Good evening. It's the end of 2023, and I have a couple of guitar player tips concerning the winter months. Every year, I start to develop cracks along the cuticles that extend into the fingertips. By the time March comes around, my fingers are a mess. I can barely play, and my fingernails are cracked and cut back to nothing. After the first freeze this year, I felt the first signs of skin around my fingers drying up, and my daughter Ruchama said to me, "Let me get you something." She brought to me this little tiny screw-top cosmetics container. She scooped a wad of petroleum jelly and said, "Keep this in your pocket. Throughout the day, when your fingers get that dry feeling, rub a tiny dab on your fingertips. The Vaseline will not only isolate or protect from the incoming dry air, but will repair the already damaged skin by adding moisture." This is not only working, but so far, this is working on my fingernails also. The greasy coat goes away very quickly as this is absorbed into the skin. It does not affect my guitar playing at all. A 10-piece set of these tiny containers costs less than $5, and you can use the slightly bigger ones for other purposes, such as if you need to carry emergency medicines or pills, or every year, people ask me about sound hole humidifiers for guitars. I just keep my guitars and other wooden instruments in one room where I have 2 humidifiers and a hygrometer to keep the humidity between 40 and 50%. I keep the instruments away from dry heat, and if I'm traveling with an instrument for days at a time, I might bring a hygrometer with me and think up some solution if the air gets very dry over a significant period of time. I've heard from quite a few other guitar repair folks that they've seen damage from the use and misuse of sound hole humidifiers, and it becomes too easy just to put these gadgets in the case and forget about it. With multiple instruments, I prefer room humidification, and for all instruments that are not currently being played, a good case is the safest place for your instrument. I have a beautiful book that I keep by my bed. It's written by our friend Lee Marsh. Poetry inspired by Irish music and the Appalachian Mountains. There's one poem I would like to use as a prayer and instruction to you on this New Year's Eve. In this time, open the door to that which dwells within. Artists, produce your art, paint, sculpt, draw, weave. Musicians, record and write the new tunes and songs of this moment. Poets, authors bring forth new poems and stories reflected in the moments. For in this time so many have moments to stop and breathe and reflect, moments that enliven the creativity within each of us to be in this time. I wish you all a miraculous new year, and to be with beautiful people in a new year.